4 hours.
Hello to you too? You know, usually we say good evening to greet each other.
I'm not here to joke. We have a video deadline coming up, and somebody hasn't finished the art needed for it.
Send that somebody my condolences.
Ray!
Relax, it'll get done.
Oh yeah, it will. By you. In 4 hours. Or else your condolences will meet you at your grave. I'm not leaving until you pick up that pen.
Ugh, okay, fine. I'll get to work.
Oh my god.
Well, looks like work won't be done tonight. Want to see how long this putty can stick onto the ceiling?
Oh my god. We're totally screwed.
Maybe.
And you're laughing.
Totally.
Where are we gonna find another tablet in time?
What the hell was that?
Oh, the tablet from Parblo came in.
Tablet, you say?
Yeah. Wait, the tablet came in. That's great. We've only wasted around 10 minutes, but the setup and acclimation might take 20. 3 hours isn't that bad with how that idiot works. 4 hours might be too much to ask for. Maybe if I... Wait. Ray, I have an idea! And they're gone. You know what? I'll just do it myself. At least the work will get done, and I'll get a proper review in too. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Before we start, I want to say thank you to Parblo for reaching out and allowing me to review their Intangbo X7. I'm extremely excited to review it, and by the end, I'll let you know if this is something you should get your hands on. Off rip, in comparison to most of the tablets I've gotten in the past, the packaging is just really cute. Like that little guy's just surfing on a pen, it's so endearing. Upon opening the box, I was greeted with a cute little pink tablet. The Intangbo X7 comes in 3 colors, pink, black, and blue, and the tablet runs on the smaller side with its workspace sizing to around 7.5 by 4.5 inches. Similarly to its size, the weight of the tablet is extremely light, which is one of the reasons why it's perfect for both on-the-go and home drawing sessions. They also give you this really adorable sticker sheet, and obviously I'm slapping this funky guy onto my laptop. Welcome home, big man, you're here for eternity. Coming down to the tablet's features, which will highlight probably one of the coolest features I've seen in recent years, we have the mode adjustment function. Around the switch are different devices you can switch to and use a tablet with: phone, pad, Chromebook, and customize. This is something I really hadn't seen back in the day, and I would have really appreciated it as a former fingertip artist, rest in peace to those still suffering. So it's really cool seeing more tablets become more optimized for handheld devices. What sits right below it is the mechanical wheel, which you can use to scroll in and out, and right underneath that are the 5 shortcut buttons. A huge thing for me is having buttons that you can actually feel click underneath your finger, and the buttons that aren't super small that you'd have to use some sort of precision focus to actually press them with. On the Parblo tablet driver settings, you can also change the shortcuts as you'd like, but I just really do appreciate how, clear the buttons are and how you can correlate them with the icons that are placed on them already. Aside from the tablet, inside of the box rests a battery pen, a pen case, a clean cloth, a drawing glove, USB tablet, a Type-C OTG adapter, 8 pen nibs, and lastly, an install guide. The pen has 8,192 levels, which can help a lot with the pressure sensitivity if you had any issues with that in the past. It also has a 60-degree tilt support, which allows the tablet to register at what angle the pen makes contact with it. And lastly, the report rate is around 266, which can help the cursor movement and pen position accuracy. In addition to this super awesome pen, has a super awesome case. Thank God. No more pens getting lost in your covers. I've lost like 5. I really needed this. The pen also has a silver nib clip, which you can slide off to pull off the nib when it gets worn out. As I've said before, there are 8 spare nibs, so unless you're engraving God knows what into your tablet, you should be able to use it for quite a while. You can also store nibs in the cap as well. I believe it's up to 3, so you don't have to carry a tiny pouch of them all the time and risk losing them ever. It's super efficient and super intuitive. So those are all the notable details to me, but I think it's best to put what is written on paper into practice. Off rip, the feel is great. The surface when using the pen feels a bit rough, but I just think that makes it better. It feels like I have more control over the pen and the workspace. It makes it feel more realistic, if anything. The The pressure sensitivity is something that I value a lot, and I never found myself struggling to create certain strokes during my entire session, which ended up being a couple hours. I briefly mentioned this before, but I also doodle a bit on my Mac and then on an Android device. Both work just as well as it did on PC. I also took it upon myself to put everything into one of my tote bags, and it took so little space. Gold star on portability. Lastly, the cost is really good for a tablet, especially if you're just starting out. If you're interested in digital art, a tablet like this, in addition to all the things that come with it, would be super helpful to have. All of it, just for a base price of like 60 bucks, is totally worth stealing in my opinion. When using the tablet while it's connected to a mobile device, it did feel a bit funny to kind of keep reaching for the buttons at the top. And, you know, I guess this can be categorized as a preference issue rather than, thankfully, a hardware problem. I'm just more used to the buttons being on my left, if I even use them at all, but there's a possibility that someone might feel otherwise, and if this is your first, like, starter tablet, you might get more accustomed to it very easily. Other than that, though, it's a pretty solid tablet, and there aren't any glaring issues I have any gripes with. A lot of this can be chalked up to preference, since the functionality is pretty good. There isn't too much to complain about. The final verdict. I'll give it a RAYZARIA thumbs up. I'll throw in a star actually. Iridium quality. To me, the pros outweigh the cons, especially if you're just starting digital art. I keep saying this over and over and over, but I feel like this is a great starter tablet. It's a good amount of variety, and it's easily accessible across different devices. I think this is a really, really, really helpful thing to have when you're just starting out. So, if you're interested, you can get your own intangbo X7 from either the Parblo official site, Amazon, or AliExpress. And with using the code in the description below, you can get your own tablet for around 50% off all the way until April 10th. So, get it while you can and get it fast.
Once again, I want to say thank you to Parblo for sending me their tablet to review. See ya!